EWTV, at the heart of Europe.
Euromax Lifestyle Europe. In today's show, what to read, the latest novel of Swiss best-selling author Claude Cueni. Euromax. And here's your host, Karen Helmstedt.
Hello there and welcome to the weekend here on Euromax. What do you call someone who has developed computer games, written screen, radio, theater plays, and even crime novels? Multi-talented, to say the least. And it's a label that most definitely fits Swiss author Claude Cueni. Born in Basel in 1956, Cueni has just published his 6th book, this time a historical novel entitled Das große Spiel, or The Big Game. It's another case of truth is stranger than fiction and already getting rave reviews.
He was a gambler and womanizer, a secret agent, a killer and mathematician, and one of the most extravagant personalities of the 18th century. John Law of Lauriston in Scotland. A man who risked everything, won even more, then lost it all.
Amazingly, no one knows about John Law, but he was the Sun King of his times, the richest man in the world. A third of today's United States belonged to him. He was a professional card player.
Swiss author Claude Cueni tells Law's story in his new historical novel, Das große Spiel, or The Big Game. Cueni also knows a thing or two about risk. As a child, he wanted nothing more than to be a writer. He spent years traveling and taking us Europe before publishing his first novel in 1980.
I took 10 years before I published my first novel. That's why I identify so closely with John Law. He took 20 years before he could convince people of his ideas.
Cueni's dedication has been rewarded in the shape of international success. He's written scripts for German TV crime productions like Peter Strom and Eurocops. He put his acute sense for thrillers and human drama to use in writing about John Law, a foreigner who succeeded in becoming the finance minister of France, a man who gave value to paper money and founded the modern credit system. His son had the idea to write the book, and Cueni couldn't get it out of his head.
It's the eve of the Enlightenment. Europe is bankrupt. The aristocracy is bankrupt. There's no paid work to be had. There's widespread hunger. And the problem is there aren't any raw materials anywhere. At that time, a coin was worth as much as the metal it was made of. Then John Law came along and said, "We'll make money out of paper." No one understood him. What's a piece of paper worth? They could manage the idea of melting coins and having metal. That's the difficulty with John Law. He redefined the idea of money.
Claude Cueni tells a well-crafted tale about the new economy of the 18th century, which has many parallels to modern times. Terms such as millionaire and option date back to that time. These were inventions inspired by John Law. But is Cueni worried by the fact he's categorized as an author of popular fiction?
No, the recognition comes in the shape of my bank balance, and also via the internet. I get emails every week. Emails from South America, from Spain. I enjoy it when I see how these stories move and touch my readers.
The Big Game is a gripping tale of how a bankrupt society rose up and set off on a journey to a new financial order.